Hold on a sec.
Hi, sorry for breaking the fourth wall here, but we are officially 500 subscribers, which means that my channel is growing. So with that, I think it's time that we go on ahead and go with the new intro to introduce more of the Brick Dragon Hero series. So I'll go on ahead and show you the brand new intro for this channel. That's better, right? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, for this topic, which was entirely unplanned, about a couple of weeks ago, we got announced that there will be a brand new Crash Bandicoot animated series that will be streaming on Netflix. Now, as a Crash Bandicoot fan, I am really excited for it because it's been a long time since we had a Crash Bandicoot project, especially for the first time that we're officially getting a Crash Bandicoot TV series. That's actually pretty awesome, given the fact that we haven't seen Crash Bandicoot in the TV, unless if you included the Skylanders Academy Netflix series where Crash Bandicoot was featured in them because of he was featured in Skylanders Imaginators. But anyways, I'm definitely excited and will definitely check it out once it releases on Netflix, either on late 2026 or early 2027. All depends on the time frame of the years. And yep. So with that, and with so many video game adaptations coming up real soon, I might as well go on ahead and talk about the upcoming video game based movies that will be coming out real soon. So make sure you sit down, relax, maybe take some notes, and think about what other video games that you hope for a film adaptation or at least a TV show adaptation, because ever since 2019 with the Detective Pikachu film, the first ever live action Pokemon project that we've gotten for a long time, we have gotten a lot of major video game IP film adaptations, like for example the Sonic the Hedgehog series, the film that started off in 2020. And it has been a huge success with last year with Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And then around in 2027, we will get a fourth Sonic the Hedgehog film. And there's also, of course, Uncharted, the other video game adaptive film featuring Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. It's sort of like this exploring video game. I don't really play it a lot, but another most recognizable one is Nintendo and Illumination's biggest project with the Super Mario Bros. Movie that had grossed over $1 billion at the box office. And then later on next year, we will be getting a sequel to it called the Super Mario Galaxy Movie. You hear me now? Because I forgot to put in my AirPods. They're like my little microphones. But anyway, what I wanted to discuss is a very interesting topic because of lately I've seen a lot of social media that Nintendo is planning on making some more adapted films based out of their video games, of course, not just with Mario, but with the upcoming live-action Legends of Zelda that will be coming out around 2027. I'm sure a lot of you Legends of Zelda fans will be very excited for it because, just like with Mario and Pokemon, Legends of Zelda is one of the few of the highest and most successful Nintendo franchises to be seen. And there are some few rumors that there will also be a Donkey Kong spin-off film based on the world of the Super Mario Bros. Movie that was made and produced by Illumination, of course. So, yep. And with that, I also saw they might be making 2 more for this decade, plus a couple of more later on. Makes sense since that Nintendo is going in the film business after the huge success of the Super Mario Brothers movie back in 2023. So, yep. Which brings out to this topic: what other Nintendo franchises or IPs that most people call it will get film adaptations? Because of I've seen a lot of rumors, I've seen a lot of ideas that there will be some few more film adaptations based on the Nintendo ones, and most of it, people are saying that it's going to be like this aligned universe where it's going to feature not just Mario but other Nintendo characters, and it'll finish out with a Super Smash Brothers movie, sort of like with the MCU, how they end either with the Avengers film or a huge major film. For that, I kind of find that a little ludicrous, and for my debate on it, I'm saying no on this Nintendo Cinematic Universe, where it's like this huge aligned universe with a couple of Nintendo IPs, and it'll end with with a Super Smash Brothers movie. For me, I'm saying no because of 2 reasons. One of them, of course, is that it looks like Illumination is focusing on the Super Mario Brothers movie, and the live-action Legends of Zelda will actually be produced by Sony Pictures. They're the filmmakers that did like Ghostbusters or something like that, but they also did like K-pop Demon Hunters and Hotel Transylvania for their animated project. But looking at this, I highly doubt that Illumination will make more of the other Nintendo IP-based films other than the Super Mario Brothers movie, so I'm saying no to that. And the second reason is that not every Nintendo franchise is family friendly, of course. Like, for example, The Legend of Zelda, there are some few games that are rated T for teen, which means that not a lot of kids who are under 15 or older can play this, because there are some few demonic parts in the Legends of Zelda games. But the one game that I most notably know that's not really for kids is the Metroid series, because it has a lot of thrilling and disturbing aliens that are seen in the Metroid series, and a lot of gruesome moments in there too, especially with Ridley. He's pretty menacing looking, besides from the Smash Bros. Ultimate game. So, yeah, I wouldn't see Metroid, a game that's not really meant for kids, being adapted by Illumination, the filmmakers that target kids. I don't think that would really work. So, yeah, I don't really think that's a good idea for a film adaptation for a Metroid film. So with that is my big debate on why I'm saying no on this Super Smash Brothers aligned universe, where it starts off with one iconic and then ends with a Super Smash Brothers movie. I know a lot of you guys did want to see a Super Smash Brothers movie featuring a couple of actors returning for the role, like Chris Pratt as Mario, Ben Schwartz as Sonic the Hedgehog, even Ryan Reynolds returning the role as Pikachu from the live-action Detective Pikachu film. But I'm very sorry, but I highly doubt we would be seeing any of these films happening real soon. So with that, that's why I'm saying no on this aligned universe where it'll end with a Super Smash Brothers movie. But I can definitely see how the this Illumination Mario verse will connect to the whole Mario franchise. You know, like how it'll feature different characters from the Mario series. Like, there is rumored that there's going to be a Donkey Kong spin-off film. Even though Donkey Kong has its own franchise, it is part of the Mario series because of Mario is based on the Jumpman from the first Donkey Kong film. So yep, and Donkey Kong has been featured in a lot of Mario side games like Mario Kart, some few Mario sports games like baseball, golf, tennis, even the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. So yeah, I can definitely see a Donkey Kong spin-off film featuring a adventures with Donkey Kong, and obviously if they did, Donkey Kong himself would definitely be played by Seth Rogen and from the first film, so I can definitely see that happening. Plus, a couple of more Donkey Kong characters being featured in the Donkey Kong's spin-off film, like King K. Rool, the big bad out of the Donkey Kong series, who hadn't gotten a lot of attention for a long time after Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and recently, if you haven't played the game, it may contain little spoilers, but King K. Rool had been featured in the latest Switch 2 game, Donkey Kong Bonanza. So yeah, I can definitely see that the next Illumination Nintendo project to be worked on will be the next Donkey Kong film. And there are some other rumors that there will also be some more spin-offs, like a potential Luigi's Mansion film and a solo Princess Peach film where it'll feature her Luigi's own film in most likely in his own game, Luigi's Mansion, and Princess Peach with having her own film. Makes sense since Princess Peach had two solo films. One is called the Super Princess Peach, where it is featured on the Game Boy and on the Switch with Princess Peach Showtime. So it is an idea, though. It's still unconfirmed on either we will get a solo film for both Luigi and Princess Peach, but fates are unknown. But right now, we could see a Donkey Kong spin-off and a Legends of Zelda live-action film coming soon in 2027. Sooner or later, there will be some more projects that will be based on the Nintendo video games, including 2 more slots that will be coming next up right after the live-action Legends of Zelda. So, I want to discuss on what will the other Nintendo IPs will be adapted soon, or what will they be right after the live-action Legends of Zelda? Now, besides Mario, Donkey Kong, and Legends of Zelda, there are some few Nintendo franchises, at least the current big ones that can get some few new film adaptations, such as ones I could think of in my mind, like Metroid, Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, Pikmin, Splatoon, Fire Emblem, Star Fox, and Kirby. Now, looking at these current big Nintendo franchises, for Fire Emblem, I'm not too sure. It might be like an anime adaptation because of looking at the gameplay of Fire Emblem, it more likely to be an anime adaptation, and so no film adaptation for Fire Emblem. Star Fox it's not really one of the most popular ones these days, in my honest opinion, because I hardly seen a lot of people talking about Star Fox lately. I've heard about him in Smash Bros, but I don't know the concepts or the ideas of how the a Star Fox film adaptation would go, so we'll exclude that one. Kirby, I am aware that Kirby is an anime adaptation called Right Back at You, but I don't know. It feels a little off for another Kirby adaptation, especially for a film adaptation. It's just Kirby sucking up a lot more people, so might exclude Kirby. For Animal Crossing, you guys remember how I did an April Fool's joke that they're making an Animal Crossing film adaptation, right? Well, to tell you the truth about that, I don't really think Animal Crossing would be a great game for a film adaptation because of looking at Animal Crossing. I don't really play the game, but I've seen it that you have to build your own village, and you have to build it up so visitors can come over and then build their homes there. And it's your job to, well, you know, take care of it. And it is a super addicting game. That's why it's super popular. But looking at the plot for Animal Crossing, I don't think it would be a good idea for a film adaptation. Maybe a TV show adaptation, because the concept sounds more like a TV show than a Netflix, than a movie, my honest opinion. So no on Animal Crossing, because of it's not really the something that you would want to watch on a movie, right? More like a TV show, because you know, something like that. And for Pikmin is to be honest, I don't know a lot about Pikmin, but it is a very popular Nintendo game these days. I've seen a lot of some few Pikmin's trailers back at 2023, I believe. I think it was 2023. I don't know. It's just I've seen a lot of Pikmin stuff around, and then around in then we had this Pikmin short, and a lot of people thought like maybe we might get a Pikmin movie because of Nintendo had animated all of the Pikmin throughout the Invisible World, but I don't know. It feels a little off for a Pikmin adaptation. I'm not really too sure, so Pikmin is like an yes and no balance. Like, yes, it could get an adaptation either for a TV show or a Netflix adaptation, and no on a movie adaptation. So it's either in between. So got a couple of like Fire Emblem for a anime adaptation, and no on Star Fox, Kirby, and Fire Emblem. Well, I mentioned that, which leads off to my three choices for the potential film adaptations, which are Metroid, Pokemon, and Splatoon. One more thing I almost forgot. I am aware that there are some few rumors that there might be a sequel to the live-action Detective Pikachu film. However, part of me is doubtful because after watching the movie, I saw the ending, and it has the concepts of the second Detective Pikachu game where he's Pikachu as is back in his body, and it all ended with Tim finding his father and reuniting, and yeah, something like that. So part of me has highly doubts that we could get a sequel to a Detective Pikachu film. I'm very sorry to those who enjoyed the film. I'm sure you guys really enjoyed it, but just my honest opinion that we might not see a sequel. And of course, Pokemon is also working on some few other shows, like the second season of Pokemon Concierge, and there was another one. Oh yeah, and a live-action Pokemon TV series, which will not most likely be connected to the universe of the live-action Detective Pikachu, but kind of like the story, the classic story of Red and Blue, the main protagonists of the first Pokemon game. So it might be something like that. So originally, I was going to put this on my Pokemon Talk About to talk about the big future of the franchise, but it was getting a little too long, so I had to cut that out. Before you say anything, yes, I am aware that they made a film adaptation for Detective Pikachu, and it would need a lot more Pokemon adaptations, but there is one thing though. It was their first live-action film, and that was the start of how a lot of video game adaptations became successful, starting out from 2019, of course. So with that, there could be some more video game adaptations coming out real soon, including some more Pokemon adaptations. And looking at this, Pokemon is experimental. They like to do a lot of experiments on their own creativity. Like what they would bring out other than their main series games, such as, well, either side games, the TV shows, the anime, of course, starting out with the latest Pokemon Horizon season, which will be streaming on Netflix early 2026, and a couple of more adaptations that they will bring up next. Like, for example, Pokemon is teaming up with Armin Studios, the same stop-motion animated studios that did Wallace and Gromit and Shaun the Sheep, along with Chicken Run, to form a special either a TV show or a series. We may not know until a lot more details will come in, and it's going to be called Pokemon: The Misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu. Will feature the story of Sirfetch'd, the wild duck Pokemon, and Pichu, a tiny mouse Pokemon, going on an adventure throughout the Galar region. And looking at this, it might be a Pokemon series will feature talking Pokemon in the Pokemon world. You know, sort of like how with the Lion King, the lions were talking in their own world, like the humans were around, but they were still talking lions, which means that they were talking throughout the animal world, well, with their language, of course. So we might see something like that for the misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu, who, when it comes out on 2027. But either way, can't wait for it because I love Pokemon, but I also love the Aardman stop motion in studio, so it's a double excitement for me. And I thought of this silly idea of what other projects they could work with. I could imagine that the Pokemon company could team up with another media series that not the media company to make a computer animated Pokemon film that is a musical. It would be a total laugh out loud because of not only will we get to see more talking Pokemon, but more singing Pokemon. It is a very interesting and kind of a silly idea. I thought about it from the 2025 Smurfs film, like what if there was something like that, but with Pokemon? So I could imagine Pokemon doing like something like that because of like I said, they're experimental when it comes to their own franchise to show off more things that they can do. So I can definitely see something like that, and like I said, may feature talking Pokemon in their own language because of one, if it's about a Pokemon trainers and it's a musical, that would be a little odd. It would be like, Pikachu, I choose you, use Thunderbolt. Yeah, it doesn't sound something like that. So yeah, it feels a little weird, and would make sense. It would just be a Pokemon focused movie idea, but it is one of the few ideas I thought of, and one of the most likely franchises to get a film adaptation and for the rest of the decade, and to join the hall along with the Mario, Donkey Kong, and Legends of Zelda. And here's another franchise I thought of for a film adaptation that could happen. That's Metroid. Now, Metroid is a classic video game, of course, along with Mario and Donkey Kong, of course, and Zelda. So it is one of the few original big three from the 1980s. So I can definitely see Metroid getting a film adaptation to join them. However, like I said, the concepts of Metroid isn't family friendly, so I could see Metroid as a live-action film adaptation rather than a kid-friendly animated film. I am aware that there are some few animated films that aren't meant for kids, but Metroid, it would be like a sci-fi thriller action film. That's how I would imagine for a Metroid film because of it is very dark, and it has some few disturbing and a bit scary aliens to be shown. Well, for the kids at least. Not me. If I did play Metroid, I would be like, whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't really see Metroid as a kids film or like a sci-fi thriller film, in my honest opinion. And the last video game series that I can definitely see getting a film adaptation for sure, and that's the Splatoon series. So, reason why I picked this one, because of I think Splatoon is a pretty interesting choice for a film adaptation because, one, Splatoon has become a big Nintendo franchise ever since its release back in 2015, which was 10 years ago. Happy 10 years. And it has a huge fandom. It has so much to offer, like so many characters, so many things, so many plots, so many weapons, and so many music. They really showed off a lot, and it would definitely be a great film adaptation. And I can definitely see it as a somewhat of a style between Zootopia, maybe, because it's animal based, where they're inklings, which is based out of squids, but they're also against the octolings, sort of like a predator and prey, sort of like Big Hero 6 with the agent thing and superheroes. No, wait. Despicable Me. I meant to say Despicable Me. And a style of K-pop Demon Hunters, where it will be like an action film, but also a musical where they both sing and battle at the same time. I could definitely most see that with the idols like the Squid Sisters, the Off the Hook, and Deep Cut, which they will be getting their own game in the future in the Switch too. So yeah, I can definitely see a film adaptation for a Splatoon animated film, which is one of a few on my animated movie wish list. I wasn't really planning on discussing it, but hey, since there are a couple of more Nintendo IPs getting some film adaptations, I might as well tell you because we could definitely see some of those happening real soon. Almost forgot one thing. Since with my debate on saying no for the aligned Nintendo universe, I could see some of these happening with a different media companies like Paramount, Universal, Sony, or Warner Bros. So yeah, I can see some of those happening in a different company rather than the same company with Illumination and Universal Studios, because of looking at it, it'll most likely be focused on the Mario series, and Sony is working with the live action Legends of Zelda. So yeah, I don't see a lot of these happening with the Nintendo franchises teaming up with the same company that did the Super Mario Brothers movie. So yeah, I don't see that happening. And so yep. And I also decided not to include Disney because of since Disney is one of the few big companies, I don't really think that most of the Nintendo IPs would be adapted to a Disney film, so that's why I decided to exclude them off. Although I did make an April Fool's joke that Pokemon and Disney were teaming up to make a project together. That it was also the same idea for my dad that Pokemon Disney could team up together for a project. So, but again, and I can see either of those the film adaptations from Nintendo being worked on by a different media company, either than Illumination and Universal Studios. So that's why I'm also saying no to the aligned Nintendo universe film thing, sort of like with the MCU and where it ends in Smash Bros. So again, say no. And besides, it's not one of my most animated films I'm hoping for the most. I'll tell you when they come true. Wink, wink. So yeah, those are the first three Nintendo game series that I can definitely see getting film adaptations, like more Pokemon, Metroid, and Splatoon. The other three popular games featured in the Nintendo company. So it's just a thought. I'm sure a lot of you guys have your own opinions on what other Nintendo film IPs should get film adaptations. You can leave that down below in the comment section. And also, of course, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends, comment down below. Oh, wait, I've already said that. Anyways, don't forget to also follow me on Instagram. The link's down below in the description if you want to follow me there. And what do you guys think of the new intro? Pretty cool, right? So, yep. And don't forget, my true goal in this channel is to reach to 1,000 subscribers. And for right now, my goal for right now for this channel is to get it up to 600 subscribers. And we are 50 subscribers away. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to subscribe for some more awesome videos coming up real soon, like the Zootopia 2 movie review. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey, it's me, BDH.
but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day.